Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Signalis. In the last episode, we made it through the censored facility at Zipinski Station, filled now with walls of flesh and flies, and quite a few more corrupted, dropped down a hole, and woke up here. Well, not literally here, but in this dream sequence, or memories that we're going through, or the blurring therein. We are on the planet of Rotfront now, and are in a series of apartments, and I believe we are trying to find Irene, the girl who we had that flashback or dream sequence with on the Penrose vessel. A girl with silver hair, who is not Alina, the girl whose picture we had when we were on Zipinski Station originally. I am very confused by the story, what exactly is happening, and I'm very much looking forward to reading different people's takes on the lore on various forums when this is all over with. I wish I could actually tell you more, but I have not been able to figure it out, what's actually going on at the moment. But it's still great. It's still great. And we're doing reasonably well. We got beat up a little bit, but we have enough heal plus items to recover from such, and we cleared out a good amount of the corrupteds that we found here. On that note, the corrupteds and gestalts, I guess, are having the same issues here at Rotfront that they had at Zipinski Station, either hinting that the disease that was found on Zipinski wormed its way here in some capacity, or that indeed they are a symbol of some sort of linked imagery that the dreamer is having, who we so happen to be in that person's dream sharing it with them, or something of the sort. Reminds me a little bit of the Explorers movie from the 80s. We've done a decent job exploring so far Rotfront, or the apartments herein. The only room we haven't gotten through seen yet is over here, the other side of this door, and of course I'm guessing there's a key there based on how many other locked areas are off limits to us, unless I missed something somewhere, so I certainly hope that's not the case. Because viewers, it's been a week since I last played. Today is September 23rd, 2023, and I played this, as you saw from the main menu, last on the 16th, so we may end up re-exploring some of what we passed by earlier to make sure I didn't leave anything in any of those places. I do need to talk about some real-life stuff with you briefly, so 1 second, let me put a break here. Okay, and now let me try my best. As you know, viewer, I have been having some health issues, and I was caring for cats for quite some time. The cats are now all gone. They left me on the 17th last week. I was very sad. I think I cried all weekend. Oh, I missed them terribly. But my health issues have revealed a new condition that really stresses that I cannot have pets. In attempting to figure out what was wrong with my stomach, I had some routine blood work done, something that I should be having done like every year, and I had it done about 1.5 years ago, and everything was fine back then. But I am now suffering from something new. It's called neutropenia, or pinia. My body does not possess a adequate number of neutrophils, which is a type of white blood cell found in your blood. The lower the number, the greater the concern. You should have, from what I have read on the internet, have at least 1,500. That is like the bare minimum amount of them if your body wants to struggle to fight off infections. My levels are 138. And it's been pretty consistent, going up as high as 200, but then back down again as of this week to 160 something. So I'm not getting any better. I have what's called severe, or very severe, or critical neutropenia, where even normal bacteria I possess in me, in my gut, for example, or in my mouth, could actually infect me and potentially kill me. So, and all sorts of stuff is available on the internet if you're curious about this condition. If you want to, go and watch a few videos and see what it is that Tim has. There are no symptoms that this condition poses. But on Saturday last week, viewer, I became sick. This is beyond just my stomach issues. I am having body aches all over me. I have a very slight itchy cough, and my ears were stinging. In addition to body aches, things were stinging in me as well. I'm not going to be able to fight off even something like the common cold. And if I end up getting a fever, which I have not had, I've been sick with whatever this is now for a week. But if I have a fever, I have to go to the emergency room, or I'm dead. So, before we go any further, I want to make it known, if you've listened this far, that if you don't see a video from me up on my channel for about 2 weeks straight, there may not be any more videos coming to my channel, because I may not be around anymore. It's going to be a shame if that's the case, because I really wanted to play Unravel again and finish Android Genesis New Horizons. Maybe the only YouTuber who actually managed to finish that mod up on YouTube. I guess we'll have to see what happens to me in the next few days or months. We're all hoping that things get better, and I'm seeing a hematologist this Tuesday, having some CT scans done, and seeing my gastrologist and all sorts of other doctors I'm seeing. But it's a bit worrying, shall we say. It's also why you don't see many videos popping up, because I'm so tired too. Right, in addition to all the body aches, I'm very sleepy. I don't feel like I can give you guys a good video sometimes if I'm too tired to even talk. And I'm not playing any games currently where I'm not speaking. So it's tough to keep my standards up while my health is down, as it were. And I guess that's a quick summary. I apologize for how long that was. Let me put a break here. Alright, let's go ahead and prep for our journey. So, I have changed my mind on taking the auto-injector because I'm going to want probably as many of these as possible for any potential boss battles that we still have up ahead of us. Since we had one boss battle, I am assuming, well, technically two, I guess now, right? We had, what was it that, oh, was it UJ said? Someone mentioned the leg box that we fought earlier. So I'm imagining there's probably a final boss. And I'm going to want the auto-injectors for that, because I will automatically use them when my health is low. So let's not take any of those with me. I think we'll leave behind the rifle ammo. We'll grab a stun prod. And we'll also grab the flare gun. We want to start using the flare gun because it's also my belief, if there is a final boss battle, that it's probably just a final boss. And bringing the flare gun with its grenades, while they're powerful, they're mostly for AoE. And so I probably should be relying on grenades from it to deal with clusters of enemies, rather than just emptying all my other types of ammo into these things. I'm not making much sense there, am I? I don't think we're going to need the grenade launcher when we fight the final boss. But I feel like we do want it against clusters of enemies, of which we're finding in great numbers here. So let's bring that with us. Then we'll save the game and head on out. Let's see. Here. So pistol for low damage single target, flare gun for big AoE, rifle for single target, but I need incredible damage to deal with it. Alright, and we're going out this way and over to the right, okay. Right, we did find that a disc to play with that satellite puzzle, but I don't know what it wants us to do at the moment. We also have the mural on the wall here with the different moons and what phases they're in, but I don't know what we're supposed to do here either. Oh, you know what I just realized? The planet's red. At what I thought was the ending cutscene, we were traveling across a red fleshy planet. This looks like it. But our ship was crashed on Rotfront. But it wasn't, really. We were on some sort of Arctic planet. Curious. Now, viewers, I don't remember where I've been. Well, I mean, I know where I've been because it's on the map, but I don't know if I've left anything behind. So, I'm probably going to be poking into places I've been in before, just to verify there's nothing else in here that we left behind. No, nothing. Oh, that's really ominous. Showers? Disinfection room. Well, it looks like this room itself could use some disinfecting. Something on the wall there. Nothing in the lockers. Acetone. Lubricant? Or oil? Well, oil is lubricant. A bottle of liquid dimethyl keotin can be used to dissolve and clean up plastics, exboils, and and paints. There's a painting. There. Then we couldn't actually access the card that was there because we didn't have a way to remove the paint that was covering it. So that's probably what that's used for. Let's go back there and free up that inventory spot. And then see what we get from it. It was a card that was in there, if I recall correctly. Don't get up. I don't remember if we burned any of those. I think we burned one of them. I think it was probably the star that I tried to burn, because I don't want to deal with shields. Ah, okay, so let's see. So we've seen a painting like this in... Oh, this was the boat we left that one dock on, right? Interesting. These two mountain ranges look like the mountain from Mondon, another horror game we played a long time ago. Aww. I don't know. I might get in trouble for this. I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm enjoying the story of the feetless anime girls in this game. The silver-haired anime girl and her robotic futa lover. We're playing at the moment. Like, this is amazing. A tarot card depicting the 6 major arcanum lovers. 4 lovers is what that says. I don't know if we found what this is used for. Looks like there's the image of the nation behind it, too. I doubt the magpie box is where we bring it. Maybe it's one of the shut doors? I thought every single door we've tried has either been locked, requires a key pin, or and that's it. Some are locked requiring a certain key, or some are locked requiring opening from a different side. Like that one, for example. Let's check the commercial corridor. I mean, we're right here, so let's check the doors down here again. That's require a keypad. We're looking for some serial numbers or something on two girls to unlock that door. I think the other one opens from the other side, if I recall correctly. Oh, I think they both do. Okay. So I'm not gonna open. We're not gonna bother with those two unless we run out of other options. We haven't found another save room yet, so maybe there's one of those up ahead. And we can drop it off this card there, or maybe we use this up ahead. Defective lock. Okay, there's something moving here, flesh, but it's not an organism that it's not corrupted. Nice, another stun prod. That door is shut, we can't reach it. Lots of holes to drop down. This also means we're not coming back up here. Meat grinder. Well, that sounds awful. Let's do it. The meat grinder seems to be broken. It looks safe to drop through to the floor below. That was Irene, I think, wasn't it? I see. Oh, I thought that immediately highlighted this. Someone was ashed right here. The only thing left is the shadow of where they once had been. This must be a cafeteria? A kitchen? Millions starve as Imperial blockade continues. Due to the ongoing transit of Kitsa, ration shipments to Venetia have been disrupted by Imperial forces again. Millions of Usan citizens must starve for yet another month as Imperial missile frigates in Kitsa orbit critically damaged one of our humanitarian convoys on their way to Venetia, sending diplomatic efforts with the Empire into another crisis. The orbit of Kitsa will continue to block free travel between Venetia, Rotfront, and Heimat for another 8 seasons, which leaves our liberation troops on Venetia stranded on the desolate ocean world with minimal support. Convoys will continue to be sent despite the Imperial blockade. Only through perseverance can we rebuild what remains of Venetia. Was there some sort of peace accord that they both made? I remember seeing pictures like Death to the Empire. There's a full heal. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's another card. The Tower. And some teeth. I recognize some of the tarot cards from my playing Quest for Glory 4 a long time ago. A tarot card depicting the 16th major Arkham Tower. 16? Tower. More bullets. We don't have any inventory space, so we can't take anything else from here. There's another ash here, as if someone had been on this desk and slumped forward, and then something erased them. I'm calling it ash. It's the burnt-out shadow of something. Is there? And it looks like there's more ammo over here, or a health pack. Okay, we want to come back here if we want more ammunition. Was 244. I kind of wish there was a faster way to do this, by the way. And as far as I can tell, the dot is just there for to make you more frustrated, because nothing is like 44 dot something. Okay, so this is a bit bad. One second. Let's put this to 213, take out the grenade launcher, and kill both of these. That was 179. There's that eye again staring at us on these TV sets, or these monitors. And it sounds like the subway's still working. Okay, we need to clear out some inventory space. Put these two cards away, if nothing else. Nice, another sun prod. Oh, that's the Kilbury unit we deactivated. We need a key for that. A Falk unit and a Ula. Okay. Oh, another one of those shadows. So let's see if there's any save room over here. It's probably just more hallway, is my guess. Can we read this, by the way? Electro Rot C. It is a safe room. Okay, good. Oops, I'm doing the wrong things. So we store both of these. We take out my grenade launcher and a grenade for it. Patient key. Where is... What does it say on it? Room 0512. The tag is splattered in blood. Some repair spray. Let's double check to make sure there's nothing back here. I guess we should absolutely save the game. So let's see. So... the timer here is misleading because I did a bunch of takes trying to record. So I think I'm playing for 10 minutes when I started this. Not 40 minutes. More handgun ammo. I guess we should clear out the ammo from the other place while we're right here. And there's bullets or something there as well. No need to step on them, apparently. This doesn't seem... oh! We can't quite hold all of it. Oh, that's interesting. When we pick up millimeter ammo for a weapon we already possess that isn't fully loaded, we just immediately reload the pistol. The weapon. That's interesting. I saw that. The eye showed up on this briefly. I'm wondering if there's some sort of special ending you get if you don't save the game at all. So there's one pistol ammo out there. Let's just go and get it. Okay, and actually we'll keep it with us because we're gonna go and deal with the two we saw walking around earlier. So I'm going to want a thermite so we can incinerate the fog unit. I'm assuming I'm getting the names of them correct. What types of corrupted they represent. We didn't bring any ammo with us for that weapon, Tim. I'm going to reload here rather than run back to our storage. Lee clothing, masks, uniforms. This must be a mall of some sort then, or there's shops here. Oh wow, I thought this would connect to the commercial corridor. Apparently not. National Packet Box. A matrix code scanner. Yeah, another puzzle I don't know the answer to. This will lead back out to the large open room. It does. Okay. Okay, one got back up. I need to know how the rifle reloads. Okay, we can get away with reloading this during combat. It looks like it works like a 2-shelled shotgun. So... I guess we'll take the shotgun. Since she's right out here, everyone, I'm just going to we're gonna kill her. I'm gonna reload the pistol here. When we're actually we should reload it now, Tim. Okay, let's just down her because I want to be able to walk through this. Actually, do we need to go through this hallway again? We do. Possibly. We have a key for the 512. That might be there. I need some distance. We could use one of our prods, but I kind of want to save them for multiple enemies if I get lucky enough to use them for such. Okay, our pistol has 10 bullets left, and that's all the bullets we have for the pistol remaining in our storage or on us or in the gun. Ooh. Took a small hit trying to get away from them. Oh, and we actually were damaged. So we have taken a few hits earlier, right? But we didn't actually have to worry about healing. So, now we do. Oh, wow! So we're never going back in the painting room again, apparently. All fleshed up now. Meat everywhere here. This is where the cards are placed. Okay. Dream diary. 6th night. I dreamt I was an imperial farmer. I embraced my lover in the red deserts of Kitsa, when a storm consumed us, the sand grinding us down until nothing remained. 13th night. I was a worker in the mines of Lang, and I was consumed by a shapeless mass of flesh. My flesh joining with the flesh of many others until only my bones remained. My mind joined the collective of flesh, which persists beyond death, the world we are currently on, I suppose. Not necessarily the world we're on, but, sounds similar to what we're seeing all around us at the moment, and some of the notes we picked up on the shoreline. 16th night. As a storm raged in the sky, I fell from a ruined skyscraper on Venetia, but I never reached the ocean below. I kept falling, when suddenly lightning struck the building, and I woke up. 18th night. I was floating in a sunless sea below the ice of Rotfront when I saw a large creature move in the darkness below me in the moon's dark core. 19th night. I saw a burning eye in the sky above the clouds of Buyan as I was walking through the floating Imperial Palace when the gaze of the sun-like iris burned my body to ashes. So we have the tower and the lovers. At least now we know we have some hint, clue to go by where they're used. Come on, we might as well go and get them. Put them in here now. Oh. So the shotgun rounds. Take back the lovers and the tower. Keep everything else on us. So the numbers in the cards relate to the dream, just in case you weren't able to piece it together by the descriptions. Which I guess is the case with something like the tower. Right? That's all, I think that mentioned just a giant hole. I just read it and I can't remember. Skyscraper. Okay. Nope, it does indeed mention something that's similar to a tower. So, Kitsa is where the lovers go. And the tower was the 16th. But where was that used? Venetia. This is the symbol of Signalis, by the way, we've seen before. And I guess once we have all the things we need, we flip this. Oh! It's a good thing I noticed that. I wasn't going to notice it. So, Kitsa is Wanning. Venetia is waning, waxing. We'll come back there later. I'll use the eye to take a picture of that. I think that would be more helpful than me trying to remember and doubling back to the mural. Okay, we don't have any way to open anything else up here, so we're done. We don't have an easy way to get to the dark apartment anyway, so let's go back downstairs. Guess... should we save the game? Uh-oh. I think I might be out of things to do, which is worrying, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. Hold on, let's see. What do we have item-wise? Okay, we have no more key items, so either I've forgotten to search a room thoroughly, which could be the case. Oh, the fire escape. Okay, we have the fire escape to go to. We check this, right? Yes. Eventually, even Ula's going to be tricky for us to get past if we're out of simple ammunition to deal with them. That door requires a key. Okay. Oh, what is this, by the way? Young photos. I think the Youngs are what we're looking for. Twins, I think. I wanted to burn the star there, but I think we will... Maybe we should do that? No, we'll pass. Oh, we can go up again. Interesting. So this fire escape links all the floors. There's two of them there. Oh, hello. And then RR coming up from below. It's good to know we get ambushed from behind there. Kill breeze 138. I didn't see what number it flashed. Let's see if we can find it. There he goes. Reunification. At any cost. Orbital Defense Cannon Battery Venetia 12. Bullion and Kitsa in our crosshairs. Artillery divisions of the People's Army. Probably super important. Couldn't tell you how this relates to some of our puzzles at the moment, though. I only saw the Falcon unit right then. Rifle ammo, I guess we'll take it. We're filled up on inventory now, though. Elster. That's us. But this doesn't unlock this. Oh, that's interesting. The letters keep changing. No, they don't. No. Okay. Pareidolia. I guess we get something to interact with this. A E O N. Eon. A card which we can't take, because they're filled up on inventory space. We are a little wounded, so let's use a repair spray. Bioresonance technology and its limitations. No other technology has shaped our nation as bioresonance has. Would we ever have been able to free ourselves from the stranglehold of the Empire without the support of replicas? Essential technologies like climaforming and induced gravity would be impossible without bioresonance technology. This guy makes it sound like that's some sort of like a force hold or something where you make someone think that they're rooted to the ground, I guess? Despite that, it feels like we've made little effort to really understand or replicate bioresonant effects with conventional technology. Our progress in the development of electronics and microprocessors has stagnated for nearly a century now, as we focus solely on new ways to instrumentalize this barely understood phenomenon. Take replica production, for example. The process of duplicating a neural pattern from a gestalt host to replica brain is still not fully understood. How does synchronicity happen? Why is the duplicate imperfect? Uh-oh. What happens to pre-existing patterns in the receiving brain? Recreating a replica purely with microprocessors and digital programming may be far out of reach, but I believe that we become overly dependent on a poorly understood technology controlled solely by a few gifted individuals. It may not be long before we're back to where we were under the Empire. Only someone else is now pulling the strings instead, huh? Let's grab the flare. I don't see the Falk unit guarding anything, nor do I see her guarding anything. If you're gonna burn up something, Tim, I'll do a few things. So, equip your shotgun. I don't think the RRs are present on the ground after we eliminate them. So let's get this one up and after us. I guess we're not going to bother incinerating one of them? The Red Eye. There exists a strange folklorish idea in many sectors of Rotfront related to pareidolia, the tendency to see meaningful images in random patterns, like seeing a face in an ink blot or letters in a smudge of dirt. It is well known that the so-called Red Eye is simply an anticyclonic storm produced by a high-pressure region in the atmosphere of Rotfront's planet. Yet for some of the early settlers of Rotfront, this natural phenomenon became symbolic of their struggle and way of life. That red spot in the sky became a perfect metaphor for the ever-present surveillance by the Protectors and the tight grip of the central government of Heimat. Even today, the idea of an unblinking, watchful eye observing their every move still resonates strongly with the people here. During the celebration of Monsfest at the end of each season, adult citizens will sometimes give students ration marks that have been dipped in red paint. Officially, the red paint is said to represent the blood of those who died in the revolution, but the red coins share an eerie resemblance to the Red Eye. Or is this just pareidolia too? Should you ever receive one of these red-eye ration marks, remember to clean off the paint with acetone or similar paint thinner. Spending or regifting paint-covered coins is considered to bring bad luck. So that has unlocked this store. Just sneak past her without too much trouble. Okay, so store the rifle ammo. We're down to 1 stun prod. Let's store that. Take out the shotgun ammo and reload. And that gives us 2 free inventory spots. Let's go and get that card and anything else that might be in that one room. This was 10 minutes. We're gonna play till 14:35. And how long have I been playing for? Not quite an hour. That's where that one pass key is needed. Ito books. I thought that was interaction with the window I missed earlier. Beetles of some sort. Nothing else here, I think. A tarot card depicting the 18th major Arkham, Moon. I do want to go back to the tarot table, so let's try getting there through this hallway. Took a hit. A quick peek. All those rooms. Oh, that was a perfect spot for a grenade. That's a shame. But it's too late. That one patrols. It does patrol. Rot front. Three more cards left. One doorway here and two other doors we haven't checked. We probably have to clear out that hallway. Or just take a bunch of damage running through it, which is also acceptable. Oh, we did search. Okay, good. Alright, so all that hallway is now searched. And there was nothing else in the alley. So back down to the fire escape. No, I do want to search that room, but let's leave. Let's come back to it. To search that other doorway. I didn't bring any, stun prods with me. Alright, this would be a great opportunity for me to use one here. We'll use our grenade here. Badly hurt. We're bleeding out. Let's leave. Okay, we managed. Where is my grenades? And where is a heal? We can take a single shotgun shell and reload our shotgun. Should we use the thermite on one of them upstairs? We're also still hurt, so let's check that room first. Wow. The butterfly room is now closed to us, since we got the card from it. It was a dumbwaiter? What is this? Oh, we can drop down here. To the disinfection room, I guess. Let's search this room first. Another disc, some ammo. These tiles look like they can be dug up, so I'm expecting RRs to come out of here. For shotgun rounds. 2 repair patches. Oh, that's wonderful. We can use one. We can combine the other with a normal repair kit we have in our stash. We're out of inventory space. There's a whole lot still here, so... Fastest just to go back the way we came. I guess we can use the last thermite here. Since we're coming up and down through that hallway more than once. Okay, so we have a normal repair spray. Repair spray plus. We'll just take these 2 items with us. Let's search the rest of that room, and then we can call the session. I do wish I hadn't killed those things so close to the ladder. It looks like if they get back up, the new spot they stand at is where they fell at, which means it's going to be really tricky to sneak past one of those. I probably should have burned one of those. I'm just expecting one. No. Oh, is that a mirror? Oh, yeah, that is mirrored. 8.12 millimeter. The red diskette. A red magneto-optical data storage diskette. Used for use in office computers. The label says Patience Archived. Looks like there's an A and a B side? Double-sided. Okay, we'll go back to the first storeroom area, because that's where the discs can be used. But I still don't know what the puzzle, how I'm solving that here. I'm guessing that every time we take one of these cards, and all these puzzles are related to the tarot cards, the flesh will seal that room. Which I like. I like that. It's a nice nod that you're done in there. Okay, I can take a look at that off screen, and because if that's a puzzle that requires some thinking, I'll have it solved for us when we get back, and describe how we solve, and then do it on screen. Okay. So... let's stick with this gear at the moment. And guys, thank you for watching. So we got another Signalis done. And I will see you all hopefully in the next one. Take care, everyone, and thanks for watching.